Hello, good afternoon. My name is Rosana Jerry Taylor from Beyond the Horizon Travel Agency. Welcome to another session of our series of bridal tips. Today we have again with us Angeline Pedrosa, who is going to help you with how to choose, giving you tips about choosing your wedding gown. And I will give you some tips about traveling with your wedding gown. And I will share entry requirements to Saint Lucia and other very popular destinations for brides. So let's welcome again Angeline.
Hi, thank you so much, Rosana, for having me here again. Again, I'm an event planner, but I'm also a makeup artist, and I just want to give brides a couple of tips on basically how to choose your wedding dress, especially for destination weddings. First of all, you definitely want to do your research. You want to check out what styles you like. Once you kind of figure out what kind of styles you like, then it's time to actually start the shopping process and try on dresses. Keep an open mind because sometimes you might like a certain style, but then when you try it on, it might not be the style for your silhouette or your figure. And that brings us to another point. Also, keep in mind your own natural silhouette and your own natural figure. Allow your bridal dress consultant to help you pick out a dress that's going to be flattering. Also, prepare to purchase the right type of undergarments so that the dress fits the way it's supposed to. And if you're traveling outside of the country, you always want to make sure that wherever you're getting married, that the dress is appropriate for where you're getting married. So, for example, if you're getting married on a beach, you might not want a big, heavy dress that will probably give you overheating. You probably want something a little bit lighter, something shorter. So, there's always different types of things that you want to take in consideration. So again, shop early. Look at look at examples early on, do fittings, and when you do purchase your dress, even if you intend on losing weight, it's super important that you purchase your dress at the current weight that you are because it's always easier to take it in. But if it doesn't fit and it's been taken in, then you pretty much just lost a dress. So it's super important to take in consideration weather, take in consideration travel, take in consideration your own figure, also take in consideration um, that your bridal coordinator or your bridal consultant will actually be able to help you choose the right dress that's going to look right for you. So just keep an open mind, but also be realistic about how the dress will fit, how it's going to travel, and how you're going to look on the day of your wedding. Also, another great thing to do too is always you want to always relay back to your travel agent and make sure that wherever you are getting married, that whatever dress you do decide before you purchase, that it's a dress that can be flown in and does meet the flight requirements. So Rosanna, I think this is where you actually take over and you can give a little bit more information about traveling with the dress.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Angeline. Thank you for being here today. I know you're pretty busy. Thank you for making the time to be with us. Uh, First, I would like to start sharing my screen so you can take, probably you can be either taking notes or just capturing the screen. Uh, okay, well, first we are going to talk then about St. Lucia entry requirements, and then I'm going to finish up with the tips for traveling with your dress. When you're going to St. Lucia, you have to take your PCR or antigen test 5 days before the arrival. And after that, you have to complete a travel registration form. And keep in mind that the submission of the form does not require the PCR test result, but the form must be submitted as early as possible. Log back in after the submission to upload your test result. This is super important. If you miss this step, it's very likely you won't be able to enter the country. And I want to assure you that as your travel agent, I will guide you step by step. I always send you information day by day, what you need to do, what is your next step. I even will send you the places, the labs where you can go to take your test. So I do everything to make sure that you have your wedding, your destination wedding, your group travel, your anniversary trip, whatever it is that you are planning with an ease, with stress, with less stress. Another thing here in Saint Lucia is all arrivals must receive the authorization from the travel for travel to Saint Lucia, and that authorization will be sent via email and is based on verified reservations at COVID-19 certified property. If you're traveling to Sandals property or any well-known hotels, it's very likely it's approved property, so you won't have any troubles. But if you are not booking your trip through a travel agent, make sure that that property is approved under the government of San Lucia, so you won't have any issues when you arrive. Another thing is they are requesting to be a verified arrangement in place to join a boat in case that you are gonna uh, do your trip, let's say via Royal Caribbean or Sun Cruise Line, and they will require verification of the COVID test results. That has to be PCR in this case only. After you arrive in Saint Lucia, all the guests that they think are symptomatic, they will be immediately isolated and tested. And if the result is positive for COVID-19, the passenger will be transferred to a respiratory hospital treatment and care at their cost. Other passengers will be transferred by a certified taxi to an approved COVID-19 accommodation. And hotel guests who have not arrived in St. Lucia as bubble travelers are required to remain on the property for the duration of their stay, except to transfer to another COVID-19 certified property to continue their stay or to participate on certified activities, tours, and excursions. The bubble travelers sadly, we are not included in that. America is not included in that, but are those that are traveling to St. Lucia from Antigua, Barbuda, Dominica, Anguilla, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Vincent, and the Grenadines. Those are the only countries that they are not required to do tests or quarantines or anything like that. Now I'm gonna pass to the next shot. It's on arrival. After 14 days of COVID certified accommodation, international visitors may remain in the COVID certified accommodation or continue to observe the protocols for stays on this type of accommodation. Check-in the accommodation that is certified to accept bubble travelers. And St. Lucia is offering something that they call, that is new, is called the 758 Care Alert. It's an app that you can download on your phone, and it will allow you to upload your information, and this information won't be shared unless that you choose to share it. International travelers arriving by air, they need to book their stay in a COVID-19 certified property, complete and submit the travel registration form, take the COVID-19 PCR test no more than 5 days before travel, and log into your travel registration to upload your test results before travel. You are reminded that you may be denied boarding if you fail to produce your travel authorization email. So basically for us here in America, this is the list that we need to take in count. This is what counts for us. This is what is valid for America. And to make sure that when you book your transfers, let's say which company is going to transport you from the airport to the hotel, has to be an authorized company. If you book your hotel, make sure that the hotel or the home rental, wherever you are planning to go, is authorized as a COVID-19 place. Otherwise, you won't be able to go there. Make sure that you do your PCR test. Normally, the labs here are giving you results between 3 to 5 days. They are asking you to take it just 5 days before travel, so you have to comply with that. You have to be very, very responsible doing your appointments with the lab to make it for that 5 days before travel. And finally, you have to, once you receive your results, you have to upload that in your travel registration form. When you work with me, I send you all those links. I send you all the information, what you have to do step by step, so it's going to be easy. And if you don't follow these requirements, definitely you are risking not being able to board. I will share my screen one more time. It's for all my contact information. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook. This video I usually will upload it to my YouTube channel. You have my website and my email. Thank you for listening this. Now I'm gonna find the other one that is related to traveling with the bridal dress. When it's about your dress, you have to be very careful. And I will suggest you the very, very first step is buy a good travel garment bag. Normally the places where you buy the boutiques where you buy your wedding gown, they will give you a nice bag and everything, but it's not good enough for travel with it. So I will recommend buy a good quality travel bag that will protect your wedding gown. And the other thing is when you're choosing your airlines, make sure that when you are booking, if you book your air by yourself, call the airlines before to find out if they have a closet where you will be able to hang your gown. Sometimes they have closets in first class, business class. Sometimes they have closets where they normally carry items like wheelchairs or baby strollers, stuff like that. So make sure that you talk with them to know um, what kind of accommodation they will have for your wedding dress. If they have none, then I will say you can consider to take it out in your carry-on, learn how to fold it. It has to be a dress that you can easily fold it without damaging the dress and put it in the small carry-on. Or other option is just roll it in your travel bag, roll it a little bit and place it on the top of your head bin and your overhead bin on the top of your luggage and your husband luggage, so it's not gonna arrive to wrinkle, and making sure that nobody else put anything on the top of your dress. The main thing is never ever put your wedding dress in your checked baggage, because you want to make sure that you have your dress with you from the point A to the point B. And the final recommendation that I will give you is travel always with a handheld steamer. And when you use it to prevent water drops in your dress, always cover either with a towel, cover the head either with a towel or cotton with a cotton sock. So that should help to avoiding those problems, and your dress should look impeccable after that. Plus, it depends of if you are booking sandals, they will take care of all of that for you. You don't have to worry about that. But it all depends to where you're having your destination wedding. If it's a 5-star hotel or 4 stars hotel, most of them will handle your dress, will help you with all the details of making it look super nice, and you don't have to worry about that. But if it always depends on where you're going and how you are traveling. Thank you so much for being here today. Angelina, I wonder if you have some last words that you would like to share?
Yes, actually, one more thing. So, another thing also to consider is also fabric. Make sure you pay attention to the fabric that you choose for your wedding dress. So, for example, things that are structured are a little heavier, like let's think taffeta, guipure, lace, those kinds of things. They're going to hold shape better and they're going to look smoother on your figure. Unstructured materials like silk, maybe flimsy chiffon are usually less flattering, especially with brides who are curvy. So always take into consideration the type of fabric that your dress is made of, because you also want that to look good on the day of the wedding and be flattering as well.
Yes. And I would say for if you are going to have a beach wedding, if you are doing a destination wedding in any Caribbean island, I think the lighter the dress, the better. easier to carry on your flights. It's easier to handle at the hotel, and it is always you won't be sweating with it at your wedding time because it won't be too hot. It will be just light materials.
Yes, very true.
Angeline, would you like to share your screen with your contact information?
Um, Give me one quick second.
I'll stop
Yes,
my sharing so you can do
sure.
yours.
I can definitely do that. Just give me one quick second. My contact information is right here. Second. And okay, and I'm gonna just make this really okay, and I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, and that's basically my contact information. So you can see my website, my email, my phone number, and my different social media pages.
Perfect. So you can just take a screenshot of her information whenever you're looking for a makeup artist or a wedding planner. She's a fabulous help. She will be giving you a fabulous help. And whenever you're planning your destination wedding, your honeymoon, group travel, anniversary, vow renewal, or any milestone celebration, make sure that you contact me. I'll be more than happy to help. I think we have finished for today, Angeline.
Yes,
Thank you so
thank you
much
so
for
much.
being.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
next week we should be back at our normal schedule. That will be 7 p.m. Thank you
Yes,
for being with us today. Have a good
thank you.
bye bye.
Bye bye.